Bitcoin, you can't, it's not really transactional now because you have to pay taxes on every purchase, right? If you go buy, an apple or a lunch, you have to pay taxes on that, and that's not a good outcome. We need to make them transactional. We need to make them transparent, and as I said, decentralized.
If this is technology that has this general ledger and a source of truth, you've solved two big IT problems, right? You solved the source of truth and then the timing in which that truth is updated. And so we looked at it and said, okay, this is going to drive ultimately atomic settlement, and the fact that you can have the money transact at the same time, and you can have the trust validating who the two parties are, you're going to take out a huge number of costs in that. And so, we're in a business where we're constantly being pressured to drive down the costs of the delivery of what we do. And I looked at this, and we as a firm sort of said, this is going to be the future there.
The future is here, everyone.
The future is here on the set.
Here, let me help you.
Here, okay, got it.
Tighten this a little bit.
It's a little blurry. Do I have to be able to see?
There you go. Yeah, if you remove your hands.
I think a lot of people in Silicon Valley have Stockholm Syndrome and think, oh, I love being controlled by Apple, and I don't really understand why. But I think there's going to be, I think we're on the verge of kind of a jailbreak. Like, I think it's starting to happen, where people are going to start to taste freedom again. The internet was supposed to be owned by the people, it's supposed to be communities of people coming together. It was not supposed to be 4 companies that control this. This is not a good state of the world. I don't believe it's the steady state of the world. I think that entrepreneurs will fix it.
This is just what we do here at Consensus. We bring gifts for our co-host. Does it look good?
It looks great.
And then we got
great.
my head in the clouds thing going on here.
There's a lot of positives to be remaining anonymous, but there's a lot of drawbacks. Obviously, it gets very hot in here, especially in the humidity.
It's not really a bear market. This guy's probably from last year. Danny's bull is winning. Hi.
Hello.
Do a high five.
High five.
Okay, that's enough playtime.
What has stopped Wall Street at large from being a participant in the digital markets is regulatory uncertainty. It's the fear that the Fed is going to call and say, no, you can't do that. The fear the SEC is going to be down their throat. The fear that they're going to get a Wells notice, just like almost all the crypto companies. And so as that goes away, you will see a stampede of Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and Citibank and Jefferies and everybody else into this space. I'm hoping, in some ways, I hope it gets delayed a little bit, allows guys like us to build our muscles a little stronger, because that's really when the big show happens on who's going to be the service providers to the universe that comes in.
It seems very incongruent to be wrapping vanilla money market funds on the crypto rails while wrapping Bitcoin on traditional ETF rails. But actually, it's part of a very long journey, and that journey is to be the bridge between traditional finance, where people have trillions and trillions of dollars of traditional assets held away from Bitcoin and other asset classes, and we would like to serve as that institutional quality bridge.
And what we've been seeing from the current SEC administration for the last few years is deep and broad scrutiny of everything that we're doing. And it's not just us, it's virtually every company in our space.
It really does kind of make my heart stop a little bit and realize to be in what it must be like to be in the shoes of those people who have this idea. They're just trying to do something that's technically interesting, and always in the back of their mind is this question of, is this something that's going to cross a line at the SEC either today or 5 years from now or 10 years from now? And that kind of uncertainty is really detrimental to innovation.
It's shocking to me that the United States, the largest economy in the world, represents the bottom decile of regulatory clarity. I think when you get the real unlock of the United States economy and you get the real institutional money flowing in, I think it's just hard to predict some of the upside opportunity. But the biggest thing I'll highlight, and where does this go? We have to be about more than speculation. I get a ton of when I say these things, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't think Dogecoin has been a good thing for the industry. And I'm not anti-Dogecoin, but it's I don't know what the use case is. I don't know, are there projects being built to solve real utility? And I see lots of real utility across lots of different chains And I think that is what is critical. And what's for me, the 10-year prediction has to be about, it's not about speculation, it's about solving real problems.
Transactional freedom is as important as freedom of expression. And the only path out of all of these, terrible crises we're in, including the debt crisis and the crisis of the rising totalitarian systems, the only path out, the most obvious path out is blockchain.